My girlfriend's bold statement. I'd never choose you over my friends. At the party, I said, understood. When her friends chose me after she cheated on me with their boyfriends, the choosing got complicated. I, 26 male, was at my girlfriend Cassandra's, 25, best friend's birthday party 2 weeks ago. Been together 2 years, lived together for 6 months. Everything seemed solid, or so I thought. The party was at Jenna's apartment. She's Cassandra's ride or die since middle school. Their friend group is tight. Jenna, Melody, and Brooke. They do everything together. Weekly brunches, gym sessions, wine nights. The works. I was chatting with Melody's boyfriend, Trevor, when Cassandra had a few too many shots. She got loud, started making these grand declarations about friendship. Then someone asked one of those hypothetical questions, you know the type. Would you choose your boyfriend or your friends if you had to? Cassandra didn't even hesitate. Looked right at me, raised her glass, and announced, I'd never choose a man over my girls. These bitches are forever. Men come and go, but friendship is eternal. Everyone laughed. I didn't. That's your actual answer? I asked. She doubled down. Hell yeah. Sorry, babe, but they were here first. Brothers before, whatever the girl version is. More laughter. Understood, I said. Didn't make a scene. Just said that one word and went back to my beer. But Trevor and Jenna's boyfriend, Desmond, exchanged looks with me. We all felt that shift. That moment when you realize where you actually stand. Fast forward to last Tuesday. I get off work early because of equipment issues. Decided to surprise Cassandra with lunch since she worked from home on Tuesdays. Walked into our apartment to find her in our bed with someone. But here's the twist. It wasn't some random dude. It was Trevor, Melody's boyfriend. They scrambled for clothes. Cassandra started with, it's not what it looks like. It looks like you're screwing your best friend's boyfriend in our bed. We didn't mean for it to happen. Trevor just sat there, boxers in hand, looking like he wanted to disappear. Get out, I told him. He basically ran out half-dressed. Cassandra tried to explain. Said it had been going on for 3 months. Just physical. Meant nothing. All the usual cheaters' handbook quotes. 3 months? That's half the time we've been living together. I'm sorry. It just happened. For 3 months, it just kept happening. Then she hit me with, you're overreacting. It didn't mean anything. Cool. Pack your stuff. You can stay with your friends since you'd never choose me over them anyway. You can't kick me out. I live here. Your name isn't on the lease. You're a guest who's been paying half the utilities. Be gone by tomorrow. She left that night, crying about how I was being cruel. Went straight to Jenna's. Here's where it gets interesting. Update 1. So Cassandra told her friends a version of events. Said we had a fight, and I kicked her out for no reason. Playing victim. But Trevor? Trevor had a conscience, apparently. Or maybe just panic. He went home and told Melody everything. Full confession. The 3 months whose apartment they used, hours when I was at work, his when Melody was at her mom's, everything. Melody called me Wednesday night, sobbing. Is it true? About Cassie and Trevor. Yeah, caught them Tuesday. 3 months. That's what they said. That lying bitch is at Jenna's right now, crying about you being mean to her. Melody went nuclear. Drove straight to Jenna's. The confrontation was apparently epic. Cassandra tried denying it at first. Then, when Melody showed Trevor's confession text, she switched to justifying it. It just happened. You and Trevor were having problems anyway. What problems? We were planning to move in together. But here's the real kicker. Melody remembered something. 3 weeks ago, Cassandra had borrowed her apartment key to grab something she left there. Melody was at work. Trevor was supposedly at work too. She checked her apartment's door camera footage. There they were, Trevor and Cassandra, entering together, leaving 2 hours later. In her best friend's apartment. In her bed. Melody sent the footage to the group chat. Jenna and Brooke were disgusted. But Cassandra? She tried to flip it. Mel, you're always so busy with work. Trevor was lonely. I was just comforting him. By sleeping with him? You're being dramatic. It's not like we're in love or anything. That's when Jenna kicked her out. Told her to find somewhere else to stay. Cassandra showed up at our apartment Thursday morning while I was getting ready for work. Still had her key. Baby, please. My friends are being crazy. Can we talk? No. Leave your key and go. Where am I supposed to stay? Not my problem. Maybe try Trevor's? Oh, wait. Melody lives there now since she moved in last month. She started crying, saying I was ruining her life. Her friend were overreacting. It was just sex meant nothing. If it meant nothing, why risk everything for it? I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry you got caught. She threw the key at me and left. But she wasn't done. Update 2. Cassandra went into full damage control mode. Started posting on social media about fake friends and people who can't handle mistakes. Vague booking at its finest. But Brooke had receipts. Turns out, Cassandra had also been flirting heavily with Desmond, Jenna's boyfriend. Brooke had screenshots of Instagram DMs where Cassandra was sending him thirst traps and saying things like, "Jenna doesn't deserve you," and "I treat you better." Desmond had ignored them, but never told Jenna because he didn't want to cause drama. Well, drama found him anyway. When Jenna saw those messages, she connected more dots. Times when Cassandra insisted on picking up Desmond from work when Jenna couldn't. The weird touching at parties. Comments about how lucky Jenna was. The group chat exploded. 3 friends comparing notes, realizing Cassandra had been circling all their boyfriends like a shark. Then Brooke dropped another bomb. Remember that party where Cassandra made her big declaration? Brooke had been suspicious about something and checked her boyfriend Kurt's phone that night. With his permission, they have that kind of relationship. Found text from Cassandra from earlier that same day. "Can't wait to see you tonight. Jenna's party is going to be lit. Wear that cologne I like." Kurt had responded, "Cass, stop. I'm with Brooke. This is inappropriate. Don't be such a baby. It's just flirting. It's not just flirting when you tried to kiss me last week." Brooke had confronted Kurt that night, and he'd admitted Cassandra had been hitting on him for months. He'd been avoiding being alone with her. So at that party, while Cassandra was declaring she'd never choose me over her friends, she'd been actively trying to steal all their men. The friends decided to meet without Cassandra. They invited me. We met at a coffee shop Sunday morning. Jenna started, "We owe you an apology." We laughed when she said she'd choose us over you. We thought it was funny. It wasn't. Melody, she's been playing all of us, making us think we were her priorities while screwing us over. Brooke, she used our friendship as cover for trying to steal our boyfriends. They told me more stories. How Cassandra would insist on girls' nights, but then bail early, and now they realized she was meeting Trevor. How? She'd volunteer to help with boyfriend issues, but was really gathering intel. Then Jenna said something that hit different. "You know what? We choose you." "What?" "In the divorce, we choose you. You've been nothing but good to her and us. You helped me move. You fixed Melody's car. You've been a better friend than she ever was." And they meant it. They started inviting me to group hangs. Trevor was obviously out. Desmond and Kurt were still in. We became a weird little squad born from collective betrayal. Cassandra lost it when she found out. Showed up at my work, causing a scene. "You turned my friends against me. You did that yourself when you tried to sleep with their boyfriends." I made one mistake. Trevor, Desmond, Kurt. That's at least 3 mistakes. And that's just what we know about. Security escorted her out when she wouldn't leave. My manager, who witnessed it, suggested I file a police report for harassment. I did. Final update. Cassandra's life imploded spectacularly, and I didn't have to lift a finger beyond kicking her out. First, she lost her job. Not because of me, because she'd been using her work laptop to sex with Trevor during business hours. IT found it during a routine audit after she returned her equipment. She worked for a marketing firm that's big on moral conduct. Then, she tried to move back in with her parents. They said no. Turns out Melody's mom and Cassandra's mom are in the same book club. Word spread fast about what she did. Her parents were mortified and told her she needed to figure out her life on her own. She reached out to other friend groups, but the story was already out there. Nobody wanted to deal with someone who'd sleep with their friend's boyfriend. Last I heard, she was couch surfing with some distant cousin and working as a bartender. She texted me last week. "I lost everything because of you." No, you lost everything because you couldn't keep your legs closed around your friend's boyfriends. It wasn't like that. It was exactly like that. I chose wrong, okay? I should have chosen you. You should have chosen to be a decent person. She tried one more manipulation. I'm pregnant. Congratulations. Hope Trevor's excited about child support. It could be yours. We haven't had sex in 2 months. You said you were too stressed with work, remember? Now I know why. You're heartless. No, I just refuse to be your backup plan. She blocked me after that. Good riddance. The plot twist? She wasn't pregnant. Melody confirmed Trevor got tested, STDs and fertility, after everything came out. He's sterile, has been since a childhood illness. So either Cassandra was lying about being pregnant, most likely, or there's yet another guy she was cheating with. The friend group is still tight, just without her. I'm genuinely friends with them now. We do trivia nights, BBQs, normal friend stuff. Desmond and Kurt are cool dudes. Trevor's still persona non grata, obviously. Jenna said something last week that stuck with me. She always talked about how friends were more important than relationships. But she never understood that the best relationships are friendships. She didn't value either. I'm dating again. Nothing serious yet, just coffee dates and getting to know people. My new standard? Someone who values both relationships and friendships, because they're not mutually exclusive. Cassandra occasionally creates new social media accounts to stalk us. We just block and move on. She posted recently about rising from the ashes and building her empire. Girl, you're pouring shots at a dive bar and sleeping on a cousin's couch. What empire? The best revenge? We're all living our best lives without her. The friend she chose over me chose me over her. Not because I asked them to, but because she showed them who she really was. And that declaration at the party, I'd never choose you over my friends. Well, she was right about one thing. She never chose me. She chose herself every time. And in the end, that left her with exactly what she deserved. Herself and no one else.